Hello, this is Vaught Tolbert with VT Insurance, and today we will be talking about the aviation insurance claims process for your aerial application drone operation. So today we're going to go over a couple different ways of how these claims are processed and what you should know as an insured to make sure your claim is handled properly. So first, to discuss, we are going to be covering two types of claims today, and that's going to be the whole claim and a liability claim. So to start with the first one, a whole claim is going to be any time your equipment has physical damage, either by flying and crashing or having a non-flight incident, such as theft, getting in a truck accident where all your equipment gets destroyed as an inland marine coverage, or any kind of natural disaster that might happen, such as a tornado, hurricane, flood, fire, collapsed roofs, anything like that. So yes, you just got out there into the field, you hit a pivot, ran into a guide wire, or good golly, you had your drone lose power over a pond and it sank to the bottom. What do we do next? Well, first and foremost, you want to make sure that your agent knows how to properly handle these things. And here at VT Insurance, we will make sure that you are covered properly and will get paid out promptly so that you can get back up in the air and start making money. Now, in these situations, we do want to assess what happened and figure out if it is worth actually turning in these claims. First, we'll need to get an assessment of how much damage there is. And trust me, whenever we are talking aerial application drone insurance, we can see some pretty nasty incidents. Now, not all incidents are going to be the same. Usually, if you break an arm, break some props, have a few nozzles go missing or awry, that's usually something we'll want to pay out of pocket and not have to disturb the insurance policy so that we don't see increases on our next year's policy, or still have the rest of the market to choose from when we come up for renewal the next year. Now, if we are talking about something more serious, like a smoking hole in the ground, getting our drone caught up in electric wire and having it completely fry the internal guts of the machine, yes, that is something we're going to definitely want to turn in and get a full payout through a total loss situation. In these instances, I do need to go ahead and preface that anything that is done via the claims process is going to need to be handled by a claims adjuster. And the first thing that they're going to do is ask if you were flying legally and were complying with all the rules and regulations of the FAA at all times. First, you are going to need to present your Part 107 pilot license and your 44807 weight exemption. This is the 44807 is going to be the weight exemption for your over 55-pound aircraft. Yes, there are some aircraft that are going to be below 55 pounds that do not require the 44807. And in those situations, you will not need to present that to your claims adjuster. Now, if we were doing aerial application, it is always good to show them that, yes, we were flying under our own 137 or someone else's with the proper additional insureds on our policy. But at the end of the day, with the whole claim, we just need to make sure that we are legal to fly this aircraft in federal airspace, which is going to be the Part 107, your 44807, and if you were doing commercial operations, our Class 3 medical. Now, what is the process after you have an incident for a whole claim? You're going to give your insurance broker a call and discuss the situation. At that point, your broker is going to talk over all the different ways that this thing can be paid out, as well as fill out a loss report to send to the underwriting companies. At that point, it's going to be up to you and your broker to figure out whether, yes, we do need to turn this in, or no, we were going to pay it out of pocket, or we are going to just sit tight and figure out what the cost of this incident is going to cost. It is always good to have a certified drone repair and service facility go ahead and take a look at this and give you a price estimate before turning in a claim. Now, Once a claim is turned in, the claims adjuster should reach out to you within 24 to 48 hours. And at that point, they will get back with you and go over everything that happened during that claim. And then if the policy allows for a total payout, then they're going to write you a check and call it a day. In the event that they can fix the drone within the allotted amount that the drone is insured for, minus the deductible, they're going to have the repair and service facility go ahead and fix that drone and send it back to you. Both cases, you're going to be covered and back up in the air just as soon as possible, and those usually last anywhere between a week to a month. Hopefully it's on the weak side, but at the same time, you are going to have coverage and get paid out for those losses. Secondly, let's talk about liability claims. There are two types of liability claims. There's a spray claim and a non-chemical claim. On a drift claim, you are going to have a third-party incident where you damage or destroy property or overspray and make someone sick. In those situations, we refer to those as long tail exposures, meaning you're not going to get paid out right away until we figure out exactly how much damage was done to the property that was that had the claim put onto it. In those situations, we will get in touch with the claims adjuster, and who is also going to reach out to their either in-house agronomist or a third-party agronomist. They're going to come out, do their investigation, and figure out whether the claim is going to be paid, and then because they've determined that you were the one that did the damage, or if it was a third party that did the damage. And then once they do figure out, yes, it was indeed you that did the damage, then we're going to figure out how much damage was done. And that's going to be done through their calculations on through market value and how much should be paid out to the aggrieved party that had the loss. Now, the last one is going to be our non-chemical liability. And for that, that will be covered under, the non-chemical. And that's going to cover you for everything other than chemical drift. So, for example, if you run the drone into something or someone or have a lawsuit filed against you, this is where this coverage will kick in. This is a very straightforward, any damage done from your drone is going to be covered under that. Now, we can discuss a little bit more in depth after at a later time, but this gives you a good idea of what to expect when you have a claims incident. Again, my name is Vaught Tolbert, owner of VT Insurance, and we are the industry experts for your aerial application drone insurance needs.